The A's are 41-57, and somehow I am fired up. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney, one name, all passion, zero sugarcoating. I've been riding with this franchise since Ricky terrorized the base pass and the Bash brothers made pitchers wish they had taken up accounting. This isn't just a podcast. It's a no BS clubhouse for A's fans. We cover it all. Vegas, Sacramento, Midland, Lansing, and yes, even Stockton, wherever the green and gold takes the field. And we do it loud, loyal, and unfiltered. We're free and available wherever you get your podcast, including YouTube. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Baseball second half kicks off tomorrow, fellas. And the A's are heading into Cleveland for a 3-game clash with the Guardians. We are breaking down the matchups, the vibes, and what to expect in the first series of the back nine. That's not all. I've got a second half wish list. And yes, it's got a little chaos in it. You want Severino shipped out? Yeah, you're not alone. You want to see some hungry prospects get the call up? Yeah, me too. I'm laying it all out. And I want to know what your second half wish list is. And before you call me crazy, I know where the standings are. The A's sit at 41-57, 11 games out of the wild card. I get it. It's a long shot. But you know me. I'm not putting on my winter coat in July. As long as there's a number on the board and games left to play, I'm breaking down the real shot the A's have still to make the playoffs. Call it delusional? Maybe. Let's talk wish list, wild cards, and why the second half still could be something very special. What's up, Jesus? Happy Thursday to you, buddy. 100%. Hey, what a performance by Brett Rooker. Wasn't he something, man? Wasn't he something? More reason I love him, and they better not move him at the deadline, that's for sure. Exciting times, man. First off, what's up, Sam? How are you, bud? All right, let's go through this, guys. Let's give it a shot. In order for the A's to make the postseason, I think they got a minimum finish with a record of 82-80, meaning second half, they got to go 41-23. Let's see if it's possible. I know they just finished 16 games under 500. How are they going to finish 18 games over 500? Well, I've seen crazier things happen. Maybe. All right, guys, let's see if it's even in the cards to do. So 100%, Sam, we just need a couple nice win streaks to things get going. Yes. I believe it or not, guys, I think we're good enough. I don't think this is crazy. 41-23. We can't lose more than 23 games. Didn't see Wilson's at bat. How was it in the All-Star game? Good. I mean, first time up, he line drive, hit it hard to center field. They had him play perfect. It was the first pitch. Second at bat, a hard grounder to shortstop. Grounded out. He hit the ball good. I liked his at bats. Thought they were good. Okay, so 6 games. Excuse me. We have 10 games on this road trip. 3 in Cleveland, 3 in Texas, 4 in Houston. I think we got to go 5-5. All right, 5-5. We get 5 wins, 5 losses. Remember, we can't have more than 23 losses. 23 losses gets us eliminated. Seattle and Arizona at home. We got to go 4-2. Okay. Now we're at 7 losses in the second half. At Washington, at Baltimore, 4-2. 9 losses. Tampa Bay and the Angels at home. We got to start playing, right? We just beat 1, 2 of 3 in Tampa Bay. I think we're better. I think we're better than both teams. And I think we need to go after the Angels. They've had our picture, had our number. I think this is where we think turn things around. 2 of 3 against Tampa Bay, sweep the Angels. We're at 10 losses. 3 in Minnesota, 3 against Seattle in Seattle. Got to go in that series, 3-3. 13 losses. Remember, anything more than 23 losses, we're out. We're at 13 right now. And I'm actually doing this as we're going. I don't know what it ends up being. Detroit, Texas, 6 games at home. That's tough. I think we got to win both series at home. 4-2. We're at 15 losses. At St. Louis, at the Angels, 4-2. 17 losses. At versus Boston and Cincinnati, at home. Win both those series. 19 losses. At Boston, at Pittsburgh. Think you got to sweep Pittsburgh. You beat Boston, take 2 or 3 in Boston. We're at 20 losses. Houston, Kansas City to end the season at home. Split that. Go 4-2 on that. That's 22 losses. That puts us with a record of 83-79. We're still, the goal is to get 82-80. I guess 83-79. Is it a tall task? Yeah, it is. Do I think it's doable? I don't think anything I said there is not doable. There's nothing on this schedule here where it's like, oh no, they are so dominating, right? Houston's down. Texas ain't great. Cleveland's not a great team. Seattle's down. Arizona, Washington, Baltimore, Tampa, the Angels, Twins. Detroit's tough, but we got them at home. We can get 2 of 3 against Detroit. In St. Louis, Boston. There's nobody on the back half of the last 64 games that scare me. It's not like we're facing the Dodgers in LA. It's not like we're playing the Giants in San Francisco. It's not like we're playing Detroit in Detroit. It's not like we have the Yankees. There's nothing about this back half of the schedule that scares me. You could make the argument that we're better than every team on the list, with the exception of Detroit. We talking playoffs? You crazy? Well, maybe, Master Ball. I ain't gonna talk winter meetings. Okay, I'm not talking winter meetings. You want to talk winter meetings? You go ahead. I'm still talking. Hey, we're still in it as far as I'm concerned. So, but yeah, maybe I am crazy. My point being is that every series, if you base every series on its own, I don't think there's anything crazy about me thinking we could win every series against these teams. Is it unlikely? Probably. Is it going to take an incredible, consistent baseball? Yeah, it is. Is it doable? 100%. Again, that gets us to 82, 83 wins. Is that enough to get us in? I don't know. So not only are we going to have to probably play the best second half that we've ever had to play, and we got to get lucky too. But, hey, does it make things a little bit more exciting? Am I going to be a little bit more excited when I'm watching the game against the Guardians tomorrow? Yes. So, hey, Master Ball, are you going to be a little bit more excited watching the Guardians game tomorrow, knowing that, hey, it's a long shot, we can't lose more than 23 games, but it's going to get you into it a little bit more? Philly on the lineup, but the pitching is holding them back. Pitching has been better. Let's go through that, and let's go through your wish lists as far as what you want to see in the second half. Let me know what you got, Master Ball. Up next. We have all felt it, the adrenaline rush, logging in early, refreshing like a maniac, and then bam, you lose your spot. The dream concert, gone. That playoff ticket, snatched. All because buying tickets in 2025 still feels like you are trying to decode the launch codes at NORAD. That's why you need Game Time, the app that actually respects your time and your wallet. No stress, just vibes. Game Time makes scoring last-minute tickets so easy. It feels like cheating the system. Prices actually drop as the event gets closer. Yeah, that's not a typo. And you can save up to 60%. No more endless scrolling. No more, wait, why did my $40 ticket just turn into an $83 checkout? Here's why I use it. Zone deals. They pick the best seats in your section so you don't have to play seating chart Sudoku. Panoramic seat views. You will know exactly what you are walking into. No more, is this row even real? No hidden fees. What you see is what you pay. Period. Change of plans? The Game Time guarantee has your back. Take the guesswork out of buying concert and show tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Master Ball, you brought it up. You're right. Pitching's in a big deal. Second half wish list. I want to get a set rotation. Okay. But we've had some pitchers absolutely have their last several starts have been lights out. Jeffrey Springs quietly has become one of the best left-handed pitchers in all of baseball. I would say his last 5 or 6 starts. His ERA last 5 or 6 starts is sub-3. He's been lights out, man. He's been pitching great. He's been pitching like that guy we thought he would be. JP Sears has been awesome. Jacob Lopez has been awesome. My wish list, the first and foremost, I want Severino. Boom. I want him out. I want him gone. He couldn't be gone soon enough as far as I'm concerned. Get him out. He starts on Saturday. It's a big start for him, right? It's a big start for the A's. We need him to have a hell of a start just so we can unload him. That's what I want. That's the first wish I got. Gravity. Hi, Booney. I didn't realize how critical the trade for Springs and Lopez were. Severino as a 3 is easier to stomach despite the money. We need Wilson to get hot again, Ricker to be MVP level, and Kurtz to steal the Rookie of the Year. Master Ball, none of that is crazy of what you're saying right there. First of all, Rooker has been, as of late, he's been playing at an MVP level. He's been hitting at an MVP level. Kurtz has been doing the same thing as far as Rookie of the Year. He's been one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Wilson will be fine. He'll get there. We do need him to get hot, and I think he will. He's too good of a player. I want Severino out, Grav. I want Severino out. Boom. This is who I want our rotation to be. I want our rotation to be second half. I want Jeffrey Springs. I want Jacob Lopez. In no particular order of 1 through 5. Jeffrey Springs, Jacob Lopez, JP Sears, JT Ginn, and Jack Perkins. That's who I want our 5 starters to be. That's who I want our 5 starters to be. When Ginn is pitching, he has some of the best stuff. I want him to get a consistent opportunity to start in the rotation. And those guys are dogs, man. Every single one of them competes. My wish list first is to boom, see a Sevy. Second of my wish list, I want to see Jack Perkins consistently in the starting rotation along with JT Ginn. I want to see that. I want competitors. What we are going to get in return for Severino, if that happens, which I sure hope it does, depends on his start on Saturday. His start Saturday is huge. Huge. Not only for the A's, but for him. but just to get rid of him. He needs to show some value. Yeah, I like Ginn. He keeps us. I love Ginn. Love Ginn. Love his movement, man. Love his movement. One of the best starts the year the A's had was Ginn's first start of the year when he pitched against the Mets in Sacramento, game 2 of that series, a Saturday afternoon game. He only pitched like 5 2/3 innings, but he was filthy against that Mets lineup. He was awesome. Got hurt. Has been on the IL, went down, etc. I think he's healthy. I think he's good. I want him to consistently start. He has some of the best stuff in our rotation. Those are my first 2 wish lists. I want to see Brett Harris come up. He's been slumping as of late in Vegas. It sucks, man. He's been a big time slump. He was about 350, 360 most of the year. As of late, now I think he's down to like 305. Stinks. I love your top 5, Booney, but I don't realistically think Severino can be moved. Ginn and Perkins, as the elusive 6 to any bridge, are critical to winning. Yes and no, Grav, on the Severino deal. I still believe that pitching for a lot of these contenders is needed. Severino has shown enough with regard to being a back end rotation guy for a competitor as far as what we saw at the beginning of the season. He's been terrible as of late. With that being said, I'm scared and concerned. His contract sucks, man. I mean, you got $22 million this year, which we're paying, obviously. You got $22 million next year. And you have a player option for 2027 for another $22 million. I'm sure Severino's already signed the opt-in option now. In that sense, I don't know. And what I am worried about is I think we can move Severino, Grav, but I think we have to package him, right? I think, like we might have to package him with a Mason Miller or a Jeffrey Springs. In order to get anything in value back. So I don't know if Severino alone can be moved. I can't imagine that, right? Just because the free agent market for Severino was dry. He wasn't demanding that type of money. So why in the hell would they pay that now for a trade after they've seen what he is? Maybe we could swap Severino for a lesser bad contract guy, like maybe a Anthony Santander from Toronto. Maybe. Sevy and Langoliers package, yeah. Hey, baseball purist, you're on it, bud. You're on it. Yes. Yeah, something like that. I wouldn't mind that. That's a good call. A Severino and Langoliers. I don't want to get rid of anybody else, but I think if you want to get $44 million off your books with what Severino's done, I mean, 2-11, 5.16 ERA, not exactly attractive. I prefer Ginn and Perkins that are 6th to 8th inning guys over Spence and whoever. Well, Spence is in the minor leagues, right? Spence isn't up with us right now. So our bullpen right now, the question's going to become, Grav, is as far as starters, who do you want? Do you want Bideau, Ginn, or Perkins? As it stands right now, that's considering if Severino is still with the squad. Now, if Severino gets moved, it's going to be 2 of those 3. It's going to be Bideau. It's going to be Bideau, Perkins, Ginn, which 2 if Severino gets moved. I don't think it's going to be Spence. I think Perkins is a natural starter. Our bullpen's been better. I'm okay with our 4th and 5th starters being 5 and dive guys. Yeah, I'm not against that. Maybe have like Perkins go 5, Bedeau goes 2, kind of like that type of deal, and then headed into the bullpen, maybe. Or Ginn, Bedeau, whatever combination you want to look at. I do want to see Perkins and Ginn in there, man. They're good prospects, and they've proven themselves already. I really want to give them a shot in the second half. That's one of my wish list things. But I want them to compete. I want this team to compete. I don't want no more negativity in the second half. This second half has been miserable. Excuse me, the first half. Maybe Perkins to rotation, Ginn and Sterner as our bridge guys. I like that. But again, you're assuming that we keep Severino. I want Severino gone. Bedeau should be a middle reliever on another team. Yeah, Bedeau's been bad, man. Bedeau, 5.68 ERA. He hasn't been good anywhere, man. Bedeau hasn't been good when he got sent down in Vegas. He's gotten hit. When he's been up, he's gotten hit. He's gotten hit everywhere. So, yeah, I'm with you there. I want the team to compete. The first half has been miserable, man. It's been miserable with regard to the negativity around the franchise, the excuses about the minor league park, everything that has gone on with everything off the field. I want us to compete. We've had some flashes of exciting baseball. I want this squad to compete day in, day out. And that's my other wish. And it starts this weekend with the Guardians up next. No more than 23 losses. No more than 23 losses. The Guardians have, as far as who I know, they're starting Slade Ciccione, I believe his name is, on Friday night. He's the guy that absolutely dealt against the A's in game 2. He went 7 innings, shutout ball, 2-hit ball in Sacramento. He's all right. Nothing crazy. The big thing with the Guardians, their strength is their bullpen, right? Their bullpen only becomes a strength is if they're in the lead. I like who the A's are starting, right? We're going with Sears on Friday, Severino on Saturday, and yes, that's right. Sears Friday, Severino on Saturday, and Springs on Sunday. I like those 3. Every team has a bad contract. I'm okay with Severino's our 4th or 5th, although I'd rather have Santander's bad contract. Yeah. I'd rather just get a do-over, Grav. If we could move Severino, I mean, even for a box of chocolates and just get rid of the contract, I'm in. But yeah, at the same time, would I rather keep Severino than package him with, let's say, a Severino, as Pura said, a Severino Langoliers, or a Severino Springs, or a Severino Miller? Would I rather keep Severino in that situation? Yeah, I guess so. I guess I would. He's shown flashes, right? He's shown flashes of how good he can be. And maybe his mindset changes if he knows, like, hey, I'm here. I'm not getting dealt. So, yeah, I guess I would rather keep Severino than package him with one of our other studs. Because Springs is getting better. Springs will continue to get better as he gets stronger and coming off that injury. But listen, we got 10 games coming up, guys. We got to go 6-4. We got to go 6-4 over the next 10 games. I think it's doable. 3 in Cleveland, 3 in Texas, 4 in Houston. Sevy and Langoliers to Mets for Mark Vientos. Ooh. Whoa. And the Mets need both, right? and they could move Beatty to third. I like that, man. You guys like that? I would do that trade. Vientos is he's been struggling, but he still has an upside. We've seen how good he can be. Would you guys make that move? We need a third baseman. Move Muncy to second. I like that. You guys do that? I would do that. I would make that move. If I have to package Severino, I'd package him with Soderstrom. No, I don't want to move Soderstrom. No. I don't want to move any of our young guys. I package him with Soderstrom because we are too. I don't care if he's too left-handed heavy. Soderstrom, we can figure that out. I don't want to move our young guys. Soderstrom's 23 years old. No, I don't. I think we potentially have a superstar all-star there. I don't want to move Soderstrom. No, I don't want to move any of our young guys. I get what you're saying. My personal opinion, Grab, I don't want to move our young guys. I just don't. Mets not doing that. Yeah. Mets don't want to pay for old pitchers. But they need a catcher too, though. That's the whole thing. Langoliers is the highlight of that deal. Langoliers is good, man. Langoliers is a Silver Slugger last year. I don't know if I don't do that. I mean, I think I do that if I'm the Mets, Master. Vientos hasn't been doing much. He's barely playing. They got Beatty, who's been playing a lot of third. I mean, why wouldn't they do that? I think the Mets are stupid if they don't do that. Playoffs, one of the worst teams in the league. Let's be honest here. Hey, Journey, you can believe what the hell you want, pal. All right? I'm still going for playoffs. 41-23. There's not a series in the second half we can't win. All right? Is it highly unlikely? Yes. Yes, and you're right. They are right now one of the worst teams in the league as far as what they showed in the first half. But I still think they got potential, and I still think they're there, and that's what I'm going to believe. You believe what you want to believe. That's all. That's how I feel on that one. You may be right. You probably are. But, hey, I'm believing playoffs. All right, Sev for Santander, and we keep – hey, if Toronto wants to do that, I'll take Santander. I don't think Toronto will do that. I think still Santander still has a lot of great ball in front of him. I think Santander is still good. I mean, Santander just a year ago was awesome. So I just don't think Toronto will do that. Believe me, I would love it if they did. I would love Santander. I just don't see Toronto doing that. Sure would be nice. It sure would be nice. But yeah, listen. Is the playoff talk delusional? Probably. Do I still believe in it? Do I still think this team? Do I still think that if the Twins can put together 13 in a row, that the A's can do as well? Sure. Absolutely. And again, I'm not putting my winter coat on in July, Journey. You can put yours on if you want. I'm not. And maybe in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'll be putting on my winter coat. But for right now, 41-23 gives us a good shot. It gets us to about 82 wins. And I think that gives you a good shot. More importantly, I want the team to play loose. I want them to compete. I want something to cheer about come August, come September, and so forth. So Sevy for Anthony Rendon straight up. We have Rendon's contract's no joke either. I see what you're getting at. That's not ridiculous what you're saying. It's something to think about. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I would stay away from Rendon. I don't think Rendon is better than who we have. I'd rather give Brett Harris a chance there rather than getting somebody like Rendon. Problem with these veterans, when you're paying them, you got to pay them. When you're paying them, you got to play them. And it kind of blocks everybody else. I'd rather have either a legit third baseman or give somebody like a Brett Harris a shot. Yeah. Worst contract. He's yeah, I'm with you. I'm not on board with that. I see where you're getting at though. Easiest solution is just to fix Severino. If Emerson can't, then fire him. I think it's between the ears with Severino. I mean, we saw how dominant he can be. At the beginning of the season, he was awesome. I mean, he's had some outings where he was just lights out in Seattle, in Milwaukee, even recently, man, in San Francisco, he was awesome. And in Texas, I believe. He's had his outings. He's been good. He's been really bad sometimes too. And just the negativity around Severino. Green and gold colored lenses, which I like your passion, but this pitching staff has showed you no reason for postseason optimism. So here's the deal, Journey. Jeffrey Springs, as far as his last 6 starts, has been one of the best left-handers in all of baseball, statistically. Jacob Lopez has been awesome. JP Sears, as of late, has been awesome. Do we have anything more than that in this? Our bullpen's been a lot better as of late. We're playing better ball. Do we have 2 more pitchers to take us home there? No. As of right now, we don't know. I like the possibilities of JT Ginn. I like the possibilities of Jack Perkins. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with highly unlikely. I'm saying we have some pitchers, we have some players that have been playing at an all-star level for the past month. Nick Kurtz, Brett Rooker, obviously, Jeffrey Springs, Jacob Lopez has been awesome. JP Sears has been awesome. But the big story with this team has been consistency. Can we put it together over a 64-game stretch? We have shown that we cannot. But with that being said, like I said, the Twins won 13 in a row earlier this year. The Blue Jays won 11 in a row, 10 in a row. There's been some streaks. The schedule, to me, is favorable. We don't have the Dodgers in LA. We don't have the Giants in San Francisco. We don't have the Yankees in New York. We don't have the Tigers in Detroit. It's favorable. But we got to play at an elite level. And yeah, I don't know if we can. But hey, as long as there's 64 games left, maybe. Springs will be traded in a week or two. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that, Journey. Yeah, I think you're right. I said that last week. I think the most likely guy to get moved is going to be Jeffrey Springs. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Severino says Dolphin and stuff. It's 100% mental. Yeah, I think we're kind of stuck for him this year. The only thing I think that could happen is you can make an argument for Anthony Rendon was given the worst contract of all time. Yeah. The only thing with regard to moving Severino is packaging him with somebody like a Jeffrey Springs. I can see that happen. Now, you have 2 contracts in Severino and Springs, and you have 2 performances, both on the opposite realms. You have Jeffrey Springs, who's been pitching lights out with an awesome contract. He's due $12.5 million next year, and then you have a team option for 2027. It's a pretty damn good contract. Where Severino, he's pitching awful. You have $22 million next year, and then you have a player option in 2027 for another $22 million. That's the only way I can see the A's getting rid of Severino. What can we do now to make the ALS winnable next year? I don't think we do a whole lot. I think almost, I don't think we can panic. I think we have to stay pat, right? I think we have to stay solid. I think we have to not panic and move these youngsters. I don't want to move the young guys. I don't want to move Rooker. I don't want to move any of those guys. I think, if guys that are going to get moved, I would like to get rid of Severino. I would like to kind of start over with our pitching. For example, the guy I wanted this offseason, and I wish we took this strategy a little bit more. The guy I wanted a lot this offseason was Matthew Boyd. He went to the Cubs. Cubs signed him to, I think, a 2-year, $30 million deal. I would have liked to give him like 3 years, $51 million, or 3 years, $45 million. The only thing looking back that even at the time, I wish we did differently, instead of going 3 years, $22 million a year on Severino, I would have liked them to break that up. Go 3 years, $36 million on 2 different pitchers. But the only thing we don't know, guys, is what was being discussed in the offseason. Who's willing to come to Sacramento? That's what makes it tough. I think at the end of the day, it's about dollars. And I think if you're going to guarantee a guy like Matthew Boyd a 3rd year for the same amount of money he's getting, I think that would do it. But any offseason change in Sutter Health Park they can do to help the team the next 2 to 3 years? No. I mean, I don't even think that's doable. Build a clubhouse closer to the dugout. I don't know how you would do that. I don't even think that's even doable. I don't think there's anything they can do. I mean, I've been to Sutter Health maybe, 8 games this year? I don't know what they can do to make it more player friendly. I don't know what they can do. Yeah. Springs and Shea to the Mets could get Vientos. I don't disagree with that. I think the Mets would be stupid not to do that. Well, I mean, you know what? I actually want to check out Vientos' numbers. Good call. Because Vientos, as far as last time I remember, he's not doing much, man. I want to check out Vientos' numbers. Here he is. 66 games. 233 at-bats, 22 runs, 52 hits, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 6 bombs, 24 RBIs, 62 Ks, 223, 640 OPS. I mean, do we even want Vientos? I don't know if I even do Vientos and Shea. I don't know. Mason Miller probably gone to the Phillies or whoever as well to get some legitimate pitching prospects back in return. How about this guy? Would you guys do this? Mason Miller for Alec Bohm? Would you guys do that? Mason Miller for Alec Bohm? I would do that. Mason Miller, Alec Bohm. Would you guys do that? Nope. Having an above average C at catcher and Langley is worth having Andahar at 3rd. Andahar too, though. Andahar's on a free agent year. Could we move Andahar? I think Andahar is somebody that is highly likely to go too. You don't want that in your Alec Bohm you're talking about? Yes, I would. Yeah, okay. I'm with you. Mason Miller for Alec Bohm. I'll do that too. I'll do that in a second. Andahar could be somebody that moves, that leaves. The guy's still a major league, right-handed, legitimate hitter who's shown flexibility to play outfield and third base. I want to see Miller become a starter again. I don't know if he's going to become a starter, Master. Not because I don't know if there's a capability of putting there. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. But don't you think, I would assume the A's have kind of looked into that. And all we've heard from them is no. You would prefer Andahar at 3rd over Bohm. I like Andahar too. I like Andahar as well. I think Andujar's legit. I like Andujar a lot, and he's shown he could play third base. He surprisingly showed he could play third base. He's been pretty darn good at it. But I think Mason Miller to the Phillies is very, very realistic. Question is, who do we get in return? I think Mason Miller could get moved easily. Easily. It starts tomorrow night, guys. It starts tomorrow night. Excited about it? Andujar's 90% the player. Bohm at third of the price. Hang on a second. Before I go, let's check out old Alec Bohm's stats. Let's check out Alec Bohm's stats. I knew he was an all-star last year, right? I don't know. I think he's been having a decent year. Alec Bohm, 91 games played, 39 runs, 98 hits. Damn, he's 12 doubles, 2 triples, 8 bombs, 42 ribbies. Only struck out 62 times. 281, 723 OPS. Alec Bohm's playing pretty legit. But yeah, I mean, I see where you're getting at, though. Not much different than Andujar's stats. I prefer pitching back in return since we don't have any, but Bohm would work. Here's the issue I have with pitching. I'm not disagreeing with you, Jern, but I don't want to give up anything. I don't want to give up a lot for pitching. And the reason I say that is because pitchers, you just never know. I mean, we've seen it already, man. I mean, next week, they blow out their arm, they're out a year. How many times has that happened this year? Chris Sale, Glasnow, Snell, Burns. What's his name? For the Yankees, Cole, Garrett Cole. It happens all the time. I think with pitching, you have to get within, draft within, and grow within. I don't want to give up anything. I wouldn't mind getting a pitcher. I just don't want to give up a lot. Just because you don't know, man. You just don't know. We need a big package for Miller. He's got a lot of years left on the team control. Yeah, I think we got Miller till 2030 or 2031. So yeah, in that sense, I agree. In that sense, I agree for sure. Good call, Master. Hey, it starts tomorrow, guys. Indians. That's why you need a lot of it, and we have none of it. Got to start somewhere. I thought we did okay in the draft. Jern, I thought we did okay in the draft. I think we have 4 pitchers that are literally a couple years away. But I don't want to sacrifice, for example, I don't want to give up Tyler Soderstrom for let's say I don't want to give up Tyler Soderstrom for, let's say, an ace. Let's say Tyler Soderstrom for Spencer Strider, right? Spencer Strider is a legitimate ace pitcher. I don't want to do that. Soderstrom for Strider. I wouldn't want to do that. And that's kind of where I'm getting at. Just because you don't know what's going to happen with Strider. So that's my point. If we can give up guys that are expendable, sure, I would do it. But I don't want to give up somebody really, really good who potentially 23 years old, a Max Muncy, a Tyler Soderstrom, even a Denzel Clark, any of those guys. I wouldn't do it straight up for a Spencer Strider. That's what I'm getting at. I don't want to do that. All right, fellas. Hey, appreciate you. The streak starts tomorrow. Journey, we're going to prove you wrong, bud. Going to make this little playoff run. We'll see what happens, man. I'll be here post-game. As always, I appreciate you guys coming on. And I'll be here post-game tomorrow. Hopefully, we make a little run at things, man. You never know. See you. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts.